Lutum fecit exputor Dominus, et linivit oculos meos, et habi et lavi, et vidi, et credidi Deo.
Today's Communio chant brings to our ears the voice of one of the most striking persons in the Gospel of John, who is so defined by what happened to him that we do not even know his name. Yet his personality, intelligence, courage, and even humor easily transcend millennia and cultures and ring out of the words of John with a simple, appealing strength. I'm speaking of the man in chapter 9, born blind from birth. In a remarkable episode, Jesus approaches him on his own initiative, makes a paste from his spittle and mud, anoints the man's eyes with it, and commands him to wash in the pool of Siloam. Then, as the man explains, first to his amazed neighbors and then repeatedly to the skeptical Pharisees who bring him in for interrogation, et abii, et lavi, et vidi. I went, and I washed, and I saw. These words in the chant stand out in their clear and sober melody, beautiful, light, and firm, full of the confidence of a man who knows what he has seen and experienced. A miracle has occurred, certainly. What was dead is now alive. The man is changed, and the community can see it. But the question becomes, the central question and drama of this passage and of our lives becomes this: what is the meaning of these events? Where does this new life, this power that is not stopped by death and decay, come from? The Pharisees make the man tell his story over and over again, and even bring his parents to testify against him, and then threaten them all with expulsion from the community for one reason. Jesus challenged their idea of what saved man, and so they had already decided a priori that it couldn't be from him, that he was a sinner. And the only way to protect their ideology is to refuse to acknowledge the sign right in front of them. But the man born blind, amazed by their lack of openness to wonder at the events right before their eyes, is not moved by their violence and will not deny what he knows. If he is a sinner, I do not know. One thing I do know is that I was blind and now I see. If this man were not from God, he would not be able to do anything. They throw him out of the community. He would lose his friends, jobs, and the many intangible safeties and comforts that the group provided. Well, what would the value be of a companionship if it were not open to reality and to the meaning of reality, and if it lacked the power which sheds light on reality, on life? And so we come to the last phrase of the chant, which ingeniously condenses the whole narrative and its meaning. Et credidi Deo, and I believed in God. This is the step the man took after Jesus went looking for him again when he heard that he had been ostracized. He found him and said, "Do you believe in the Son of Man?" He answered and said, "Who is he, sir, that I may believe in him?" Jesus said to him, "You've seen him, and the one speaking with you is he." He said, "I do believe," and he worshiped him. The gift of his faith flourishes in the soil of a heart open and intelligent, of a reason that does not forget the exceptional events that point to something more. For it is Jesus' word, his presence, that brought light into his life, into the world. So at Mass on this day, during the communion procession, we are invited to make his witness our own in the midst of the company whose only reason for being is Christ, and whose sign is the change he has introduced into our lives.
Lutum fecit exputo Dominus, et linivit oculos meos, et habi et lavi et vidi et credidi